Hello everyone and welcome back to some lovely WARNO action here as we go back into Division 1 and we have TiberiusRancor versus Tofuk coming up here, and this is a pretty important series for both of these players as Tofuk needs a win in the series to not get eliminated and move down to, or not just eliminated, but demoted to Division 2 next season. Whilst TiberiusRancor needs a win here to be on a tie again with Starbreaker to get into a tiebreaker game there at second place, because he only has one win so far against Snowwolfie, and Stahl has two. They draw against each other. They both lost against Stardeck, who gets out of group stage first. And yeah, this is going to be a pretty important series for both of these players here. And we start with the Canadians here on the left side for TiberiusRancor. 19th Motostrelka Divisa here on the side of Tofuk. So the pretty mobile and really strong air tap new Canadians versus the flexible T-72 divisions of the Czechoslovaks, as BMP2 as well has a lot of Sinistri here actually coming around from the get-go. Tried to move towards Bravo, and pick and ban phase, a relatively normal one as well. So we have Port 19th banned here. Tiberius really does not like that division. We have seen that banned a couple of times by now. 20th division here as well, and a 4th, knowing that Tofuk plays a lot of packed, especially Polish divisions. And then on the other side, classic bans against Tiberius as well. 2nd Panzergrenadier, 5th Blinde, and 4th Divisa. That's all classic Tiberius divisions there. So both banning relatively powerful, but also banning against their opponents. And Tofuk here playing 9th Panzer and 19th Motostrelka, whilst we have 1st Canadian and 1st Tankova in the second game actually for Tiberius here. 1st map Grider, 2nd Vertigo, so two relatively classic maps by now. And yeah, we're gonna see how this all goes. And back, yeah, this is all found. Okay, let's have a look on the left side now. What we have coming out there. Blowpipes, we have seen them a couple of times now with the Canadians. Double blowpipe combo, actually relatively decent. You can stress out helicopters quite quickly with this, and you can kill them off relatively okay as well. The accuracy is not great, but it is okay if you take them with veterancy, and they have better range than the javelins. Like, the javelins are actually, even after the price reduction, still pretty terrible manpads, and the blowpipe still costs 1/3 of them, whilst having more range, so they can shoot at the enemy earlier and start stressing them out. And as you can get a lot of them for the price, you can start stressing them out. And plus, you get double blowpipe on the card, so with the vehicle, you have a bit of a better chance to actually score a hit eventually as well. You have Itos, we have mod rifles with Eric's. Eric's absolutely fantastic as well. Moving up north here, great at stopping vehicles. Can be even pretty deadly for T-72. BMP2's getting one-shotted there, and not the greatest combat unit, but the Grizzly can give it decent firepower in fights against other infantry. But the focus of Tofuk seems to be the southern point here. It's mainly recon all around the rest of the map. Special forces recon, but no real combat force there, whilst it's also a lot of infantry here in the south. The 11-man mech CP escortees, and the mod rifle with Eric's here as AT. One Cougar, which now for the cheaper price point is relatively solid in its job. It's still not the best light vehicle out there, but it is fast. You can try to get behind enemy lines. It can win out against enemy autocannon units if you kite them with the higher range that it has. The extra range there is really kind of helpful, and that you have over autocannons, and the 2 frontal armor at least means that you don't get lit up immediately by the autocannons, so you can have time to smoke off and get away. yeah, a lot of M113s here coming in as well. The center, we have a Leopard there. Kuga CP here, actually, as the leader. That is pretty interesting, and I lowered the voice a bit, yeah. Because it was a bit too loud based on my microphone here. Mic rifle here, coming around. Yeah. Mic rifle smooth south as well. It was a bit too loud. Break, going into the red here. Jester car coming around. So Sneaky moving around. BMP2 moving south. And yeah, there we go. Mac Reckies coming up. Try to get it around Bravo. Mig-21 MF coming out on the other side. No long range AA out yet here. The air spam of the Canadians, I don't like it when it comes early. We have seen it fail in the hands of Tiberius this season already before as well. So I like that he doesn't do it as the beginning. Doesn't mean it won't come. The Canadian air is still fantastic in the later stages of the game as well. Mig-21 here, eating one Mac Recce immediately though. That's a nice start for Tofuk. That's a good 95 points taken out. Mig-21 nearly has paid off with that. If it can get the CH here, it will pay off. Has to fly over the blowpipes for it, but it would be really unfortunate if the blowpipes would get the kill there. So gets the kill there. Now has 95% paid off. Can go home and do it again later. While Tiberius here down a couple of points, but combat force wise, they're still even on the front line. CQC infantry here now advancing. Aito tries to get to the Conquerors. That gets away for now. Nista here getting stopped by the Mech Rifle Recce. That also lights up the CV. Ooh, big loss there by Tofuk. Quite the misplay there. Mig-21 still around. Yes, their car trying to help out. Has to be careful there. Mech Recce can kill off quite quickly, but it needed to enable the other units to move forward. Blowpipes here start to fire. 40% ECM on this unit, so chances are they won't get a hit there, but eventually one will. So yeah, there we go. Event hit thieved. Next blowpipe does miss. BMP2 here trying to come around, trying to get an HGM on target. Finds the blowpipe unit. Not the most key target. Still nice kill to get. The flamethrower Nista here made it into the forest. Will help out stunning down the enemy. With the lower aim time, flamethrowers have become relatively decent again. And they don't deal the best damage, but their stress damage is pretty decent. The fight in the south should still go towards Tiberius though, as they just have a couple more forces. With the reinforcement coming in, that might shift. The reinforcements of Tiberius still a bit out here. For mech rifles. Leader not up on the front line either, but gets the Sinista LPO. That's a nice kill. We have the Czechoslovak special forces here. The Bizat coming in. Ooh, and the Kuga is using its speed here for some shenanigans. I like that idea. Tiberius trying to get some transport snipes in the rear line. My 17 here coming in with the leader as well, placing the one that was lost earlier. Blowpipe, to no one's surprise, missing again, and we have the first F-18s. And these are going to be problematic. Mig-29 here trying to help out. Double Cube out on the battlefield as well. HE bomber hit pretty decent. Cubes not able to get a hit there. They would have gotten the kill there, as the SR car did its best to start getting some damage out there. Bomb hits not doing the most damage, but still stunning down the BMP2s. And stunning down a couple of other units as well. Tiberius with good micro around the resupply. Has everything turned off on though. She'll just have the repair on and not the rearm, as these units won't run out of supply, but you need them ammunition to keep them repaired. So bit of a mistake there. Gets the Conquers and gets the reinforcement infantry in there now. So, in general, I still like it more for Tiberius when it comes to the infantry fight there. It eliminates the next infantry units, whilst really does a good job so far keeping his alive. About to lose the first one there, and oh, big kill by the Kuga. Tofuk immediately finds it, but loses a Dana to it. And that's maybe one of the most valuable kills that Tiberius could have gotten with that unit. Oh, really, really big Kuga play there. Using the speedy boys of the Canadians really well. The Kuga in the north, pretty big danger for the Yesterka as well. And yeah, that's a big one there. SU-25 rocket coming along as well. Will find the Ito. Or something else. Ooh, gets actually hit by the ADATs. ADATs gets the kill there. The blowpipe did get a hit on the target as well. Kuga will get killed off, but SU-25 not doing anything. Coop going down back in the rear line here as well. The other Coop in a weirdly open spot as well, where the ADATs could potentially find it as well. MP2s out in the open. Don't spot the ADATs, and the ADATs spots them. Fast flying missile, this is pretty critical. Mix-29 is around. Coop out of line of sight. And here start the F-18s coming in. Coop does miss. 29 tries to get a hit. Does fail to do so as well. ADATs gets to engage, gets a hit on the Mix-29. Mix-29 pushing it out. Bram mortars, those are pretty helpful. Couple of M113s here going down. Mortar gets some units killed here in the rear line as well. Mix-21 actually just being used for strafing. As blowpipes get to shoot at it. Do miss, but yeah, the Canadians here are a scary bunch. Good amount of kills on the infantry here actually from Tofuk. Really using the Bram S mortar well and doing good engagements there with the special forces. So in the end, the situation here is still fine, but a couple of important losses there, especially the Coop one is painful and the Dana one, the rear line, that was a good one there as well. Artillery comes onto the blowpipe here. Really good little unit here with the Conquerors on the rear as well, but the low arc compared to other mortars is what makes it great. Grizzly going down, trying to line here as well. Mi-24, the Mi-24 gets hit a bit. Bram just continues its fire. Infantry push in the north. Tiberius are likely gonna get this. There are no reinforcements on the way yet. There, BMP2 now on the way. Has to be careful with the Cougar there as well. BMP1 recon with more special forces recon on the way. Dana now being brought up. If the first Dana would have been on the battlefield, it could have done a lot more damage here already. T-72 still alive. That is close, but it is still alive. This is the big one. Running off fuel here, pretty key to get the repair on. Yeah, the rest is okay as well, and I think the Dana really can do some damage. Kill on the Estaka there. Kuga and Kuga doing the killing there. Surf leader gets damaged a bit, but absolutely worth it there for the Kuga kills. So good one there up north. Also need to see here. Moving around. Back rifle D6 coming forward. Dynamic rifle pushing in here. I believe they might have fixed it, but I don't think it's fixed for this replay. 113A1 attacking the other units here. It's being pushed back. HPZ falling back in the north as well. Dana and Bram engaging towards the south. Trying to find some hits here. Motostrelki pushing forward. Kari pushing in as well. From S. Switching targets. Ooh, Electric Voodoo being played here. Trying to allow the HE, and it finds the kill on the coup. Yeah, here comes the Tiberius air spam now. Using it pretty well so far, and it will need a really consolidated AAF or not from Tofuk to get it, and the coup loss is not making this easy. Gets the kill on the cluster. That's a nice kill there, losing a Mix90 for it. I think at this point, somewhat worth it. Just so that the reload time doesn't come around too quickly, that the bomber train can be dealt with. But yeah, he needs to get multiple units online here, multiple coups, and maybe a couple of gun-based AA next to them as well. Yeah, next F-18HE here coming around. You need to actually currently just maybe buy more fighters. Not the most important bombing run there. It's only one light infantry, but the coups just don't get the hits. Next coup on the way. Did it keep any bombs? No, it didn't. Gets hit there. That's a bit of a wasteful run there. And it gets gunned down! Coup just had to show off there after I mouthed it. And yeah, really important kill. This maybe the most important kill there in this game, next to the Dana kill on the other side. But yeah, 2 consecutive hits there from the coup. Really, really key. The first one was when the enemy plane was close, so the accuracy was pretty high there. Second one was somewhat lucky, but with enough shots on targets, you deserve some hits. The coups earlier just didn't hit anything ever, so over time, the RNG equaling out there, and important kill here for Tofuk. Leopard C1 under fire by the T-72. T-72 misses, but so does the C1. C1 smokes off, as it should. Ito unit goes down here. Dana getting involved. Unit, pushing closer. Okay, really going into the knife fight. OT getting into the middle here, just contesting it, because with the loss of the north, point take would just be a bit too much otherwise. Yeah, the artillery here just keeps on shooting, landing on to the forces of Tiberius in the small little forest from 80 rounds. M113s get a free kill there on the mortar specialty. T-72 needs to be repaired. Double Mix91, Mix29 combo here in the rear. A little Div trying to move north. I'm not sure if that's actually going to work out. BMP2 unit coming up there, but one already died up north. Kuga really doing its job well there as the picket line. What's the south? Still okay here for Tiberius. Both leopards still alive. That is quite important. Has 3 of them there now. Dana tries to get a hit onto the next one. Is slightly off target. Ooh, Mix29 gets the next kill here on an HE bomber. So Tiberius' air spam at least is falling apart. That is key. 3 kills here on out of 4 of the key attack planes. So that really will help out big time. BMP1 gets the kill against the Kuga. Me-17 now under attack north, but at least got the volatile to drop. F-18 still out there. Double Mix-21 from the side here. Have to be careful. Don't want to go fly over any ADATs. Coup will push back the F-18 anyways, so Me-17 will get out alive. 40 points will be refunded there to Tofuk. And the TV getting out north is pretty important as well. BMP2's on the way there. That's key too. ADAT's on the fire on the hill. If Tofuk can stop the take here, I think Tofuk on a good way, then set up the T-72 blob and kind of do it with that one. Really, really good run so far when it comes to killing off the enemy important planes. But yeah, gets the ADATs there as well. The real line shenanigans of Tiberius though keeps Tiberius pretty decently in the run as well. Gets 2 155mm artillery pieces as well. They're still pretty cost efficient. They are not as dirt cheap as they were when they first launched. That was just kind of bonkers. Even though they have lower range, they're still 155mm, so yeah, at 95 points, still undercosted a bit maybe, but not as much anymore. And oh, the F20, the Mix91s here getting a kill on another F18 just by outnumbering, and Tiberius not using the long range shots at all. So the Mix91s actually get into range without being stressed at all, and that is a really great trait here. So Air War handled really well by Tofuk, especially considering how he lost 2 cubes early on. And now he is on an okay stage in the ground as well. Issue is the 500 point lead of Tiberius. Tiberius here with a good, nice lead. Once we have the 105mm artillery pieces aiming for the T-72 M1. Dana aiming for the next ADATs. Good targets. They have no armor, so if you get the hits on them, they blow up quite quickly. Good hits here from the other side as well, though. And there you can see 155mm artillery pieces doing good damage. Dana, can it find the kill? Oh, unlucky there. ADAT stays alive. That's 155mm pieces off. Tiberius doing good damage. Dana does reposition though. Counter battery won't hit. Bram S could get involved once more here as well. Have Kari with RPG 7VL trying to get behind the enemy here. Trying to get a drop on the Leopard. Finds the blowpipe vehicle. That's an okay kill. The reserve leader might be more important there. Leopard 1 backing into the Kari right now. Ear shot would be a kill. 18 damage versus 2 rear armor. Side armor would still be a kill, so even if it turns quickly enough, it won't get it done. Oh, Kari actually not getting the hit on target though. Unfortunate. They have 67% accuracy. So yeah, lucky times there for Tiberius. The Kari 1 hit point unit will go down there. Reserve leader going down in the south though, so that will be captured by Tofuk. Leopards here can keep on dishing some damage out to the enemy. Dana counter battering the 155mm artillery piece here, and they haven't repositioned. Misplay by Tiberius. First shot off target. Second one does hit a bit, does stun it down. Tiberius just switching target though, and the Dana was mid-salvo? I guess so. Doesn't finish the job either, but Tiberius is not even realizing here, it seems like. Me 17 plus special forces here running around. Me 17 rockets. Has to be careful of the double blowpipe. No ECM on this helicopter, so eventually the blowpipes will find the hit there. We have more special forces recon moving around. Dwarf is somewhat frozen in. +1 currently for Tofuk. And the Dana and the Bram getting on target again here. Will kill off one of the 155mm artillery pieces most likely. And whilst we have an interesting smoke setup here from the Bram S. Good hit there, but still no kill from the Dana. 155mm really quite lucky. MiG-21's diving deep here against the electric voodoo, a bit too deep. So the F-18 this time around has easy time getting the kill. Drone actually making it through as well, and we have a TV from Tiberius here attacking around the flank. Drone goes down this time around. Su-25 coming in to try to push the units back in the north. TV under fire here most likely in a second as it got spotted. Leopard actually the target now, but yeah, S-25 still gets some damage out there. Blowpipes, to no one's surprise, do miss. Next leader tank on the way there in the north. TV makes it in the south as well though. 25 falling back. Standstill in the north. Tofuk not getting the capture there. And the OT-62 there actually under fire. And might get killed off here. Good movement there by Tofuk. Still annoying for Tofuk that the Dana didn't get the kill there. Is on target on the CV in the south. With Recon there spawning pretty well. T-72 not on target here. As the 1K comes in towards Foxtrot. A couple more points. +3 here. That's quite nice for Tiberius. As Leopard 1 CP gets routed actually, which might have saved it. Otherwise, I'm not sure if Tiberius was quick enough on the movement. Bram here now trying to do the counter battery. Does get a bit more damage on target. Might find a kill here now actually, as Tiberius really just stopped trying to even move this at all. Mortars coming around again. Bram with the really fast salvos. Keeps on dropping it on the enemy here. In the north, under push though. Tiberius really sets up the pressure. T-72 M1 keeps up the fire onto the enemy infantry. We have SU-25 coming around, getting a good kill. ADAT's on the way. SU-25 does the job. Mi-24 south. 24 getting hit by the blowpipe. Re-wet blowpipe. Actually having an okay % of accuracy, and yeah, getting double kill there, double hit there. 45% of accuracy, doing the job. Dana aiming towards the south again. Bram aiming towards the recon. Both of the artillery pieces over here stand down. Throwing the long range shots. Super inaccurate on that range, but might hit after all. F-18s, ooh, coming around. The Mi-17s here in a lot of problem. In a lot of trouble. S-25 coming in the south. Leopard Div1 goes down. S-25 has to be careful. One F-18 gets shot down. The Mi-17s get to duck away. We have a Leopard holding the line over here. T-72 and BMP-2. One gets killed off by the mech rifle there. Still holding the ground. Triple Layer 1 next to a Layer 1 leader. So the north will likely not hold for Tofuk, even with the reinforcing infantry. But he keeps the contest up in the center, and his Coops might find another kill here. Mix91 chasing behind the F-18 as well. But Coop has to fully reload. The other one is empty, so no kill this time around. Good kill on the southern units. Leopard 1 gets killed off as Special Forces infantry moves around. More Special Forces infantry with the strong RPG-7 VL flying in it to the north. Dana trying to pick fight after fight in the south. If it would have a second Dana, the south would be in so much better shape. So the kill of the Cougar in the early game, super important at this stage. As the Dana just keeps up the fire, gets the next kill on a Leopard C1. 113 under fire as well. Good kill there on the M113. The electric voodoo moving around. E17 flies in. Mech21 tries to get the electric voodoo, fails to do so. S25 actually gunning for it now. Failing to do anything as well. Ooh, cluster bombs actually completely off target. Artillery not finding a hit either. S25 gets a kill, but the ADATs and the blowpipes are on its tail again. As the blowpipe does miss. But the ADATs does hit, and it gets another shot out. Doesn't get on target though. ADATs, pretty scary. Good accuracy on that thing. Absolute beast against helicopter, but still pretty fine against aircraft as well. This +1 for Tofuk does return in the north. Double CV in here for Tiberius. Center is still a split. 15 minutes left. 700-point lead is a really solid one here right now for Tiberius. So Tofuk needs some more damage, and hunting M113s with his Dana, not really the prime targets. He's even starting to run low on ammo there. The artillery from the other side though, that's better. Trying to hit TV in the middle, likely going to force it out again. Might even get the kill there. No reaction from Tofuk yet. Ulti's to barely surviving. Drone in the middle goes down. Hidat doesn't find the kill in the south. Next drone up north. Reinforcing units have arrived, but no big number of T-72s are anywhere. The Leopard ones are going to be still relatively hard to deal with. 2 T-72s would be here if you would want to push through Southern Road, but Dana not really helping. And the focus might be on the northern part right now. There, another coup went down actually. Aito getting a kill there. The other coup rotating around. SC-22 seed. ADATS is turned on, so that could work out to try to get a kill there. I'm never a big fan of running them out alone. I always feel like you should try to run them with strike packages like your SC-25, but might catch off the ADATS on the south with its guard down. And the 2 hit point CV in the north under pressure as well. Artillery does get the hit there and will be the zone for Tiberius, and Tofuk currently can't afford stuff like this. CL-89 goes down. One Leo D1 goes down in the north as well. Seaplane actually gets shut down there. As Mix90 fails to get a hit. Coop finishes the job though. The F-18 goes down as well. But yeah, Seaplane 2, that's annoying against the ADATs, can be really helpful in those engagements. SU-25 in the south gets shut down by the ADATs too. As the Bram S firing towards the mech rifles. Chelsea here pushing forward. CV gets back into the middle. T-72 CV has to be careful up north. There is a mech rifle with a Carl Gustav. Only one Carl Gustav round left, but if the Div1 then maybe gets a side shot as well, that would be big. Next CV coming up. T-72 not quite in the engagements it wants to be in. Okay, yeah, this is more it. Does miss its shots there. Beginning though. The Leopard can disengage. Smoke action happening. Mech rifle goes down before it can find any kills. Seaplane finds the ADATs. Yeah, T-72 M1K here gets hit pretty hard. Leopard coming around, gets hit pretty hard by the T-72 M1 over here. Smoke disappears. 72 leader moving up. Isn't spotted by anything just yet. And leader will get in. That is important. At the same time though, leader goes down in the center, but the southern one went down for Tiberius. So maybe some play here for Tofuk towards the middle from this point out. Maybe trying to get the kill on the artillery there as well. Dana not firing currently, but good cleanup operation in the south. Seaplane here going really deep. As the cluster bomber finds the CV kill. Tiberius just playing for points here at this point, it seems like. And doing a decent job there. Cluster bomber finds the T-72 M1K. Next one on the way. And the north, I don't think is going to get broken, but there might be a path in the south, though. New vehicles here on the way as well. 2 new Leopard ones. Really arrived on the front line there. 5mm. Just pre-aiming there, but actually nothing there to hit anymore. Dana's currently not really hitting the right spots. Yeah, now re-aiming. The Bram has to find some more targets as well. And that the Dana and the Bram never got the kill here did cost the CV in the middle long term, so Bit unfortunate there by Tofuk with the artillery RNG. So as he got decently lucky with the AA RNG, I think that's still fine here as well. And yeah, the focus was also not quite on it the whole time. 5mm still barely alive. There we go. +1 for Tiberius currently even, as nobody contests the center, and only now the north gets recontested again. So Tofuk needs a +1, a +3 here at this point. And he's not playing like this right now, with 10 minutes remaining. 600 points difference here, that's quite significant. And we haven't seen any bigger move out of Tofuk just yet. Are we trying to aim for the north? More T-72s coming up. Infantry. Still onto the M113. Back rifles trying to retaliate. Autocannon of the BMP2 do a decent job. Leader in the north keeps on steady. Cougar CV in the middle did a pretty damn good job as well. Constantly keeping it occupied. Hiding behind the building there. The Dana and the Bram continue their fire. I'm in general a pretty big fan of the Bram. I don't like it for the counter battery. I think the Dana here didn't quite do as much as it could. Bram S really did deliver so far for Tofuk. Pick 21. Get a hit onto the F-18. Fails to do so. Gets shortly into gun range, but no massive damage there. Low pipe will force us back. Number 2, aging as well. Dana aiming up north. Trying to get a kill onto the mech Becky here. Needs to getting killed in transport, so the push into the northern town. Not going to be easy either. No CV brought back for the center. No push to the south. Tofuk here maybe playing a bit slow. And currently, this situation looking pretty decent for TiberiusRancor. Whilst we have Coop trying to get the electric voodoo. Failing to do so. He's at Kari. Coming up in the transport helicopter. Or push maybe towards Delta, but the CV situation here in general. Maybe Tofuk is out of CVs already. Kind of feels like it a bit. Unless otherwise, I would say you replace the CV in the middle, you bring in new CV, extra CV in the north, or maybe to go to Delta. Plus the bomber there. Barely not getting the kill against the T-72 M1K, so that doesn't really improve the situation here at this point. And 7 minutes 25 remaining, and Tiberius in a really solid point lead from the early game. This is a big issue for Tofuk, who didn't really find a way to profit from their good trades here. 35, another solid kill. Likely not gonna get killed on the way out. That carry going down. Yes, meanwhile, in the south, no movement here from Tofuk. And if you want to win, I believe you have to move at least a long way around here and try to cut them off here. But I would say even more so move towards Charlie to help out that point and grab it for a +2, +3 situation. And that didn't really happen here. Plane around the north CV nearly down up there. And yeah, it's problem. Bunkers coming in, not really something you need at this point. Yeah, the Canadians really played their mechanized force playstyle pretty well on the Tiberius here. The airplay didn't quite get the job done, but quite good job here as well. Leopard 1 sees doing a pretty damn good job here as well. They have another kill here on F-18, but at the same time, CV goes down in the north. We haven't seen a new one. Okay, we actually have the Special Forces one here. That was planned for Charlie, now moving north. Not ideal either. One of the artillery pieces. Dana here not constantly firing. It all feels a bit of speed. Like like Tofuk is a bit more urgency in their play. Big force up north. The Leo 1 CP still around. So things there. Holding a lot of ground, but no one there to capture. Okay, 8 out. Up here. Really great unit. With the multitasking, 80 gems. Can hit ground targets, can hit air targets. Does the job in both roles pretty well. Great speed against ground targets. Decent speed against air targets still. And the accuracy there is especially great. Won't intercept anything flying towards you, but will catch them on the way out usually. We have another cluster bomber here coming up onto the northern point. Won't get the hit there, but only 4 minutes remaining and 600 points difference, so TiberiusRancor did the job necessary, and that it will get him the win here and will keep his chances for the playoffs likely alive here as well, as Tofuk would need to get a +5, +60 at this point, and he is far from that right now. He will try with a T-72 push in the center. There is no CV in the sector though, so yeah, the CV in the north likely is the only one. Vilitel now being moved around, trying to get a +3, but even a +3 is only 120 points per minute with only 3 minutes left. That's not good enough. If so, I feel like Tiberius is really winning back off of killing all the CVs and not having enough backup here for Tofuk to get one back into the center to at least keep Tiberius from taking back on you, maybe getting a small take a bit earlier, and then being able to move around, getting a +2 now already, up to a +4. Like, the lack of a replacement CV for the center here, I think, is what really lost it in the end for Tofuk. As that there was just too few points, and yeah, CV even goes down here. Separate Div1 CP bailed out in the north, but no more points to be generated here for Tofuk, so even the last CV went down, and there we have the GG. That Tiberius is still in a position to hope for the playoffs. Tofuk with the better KD here, actually, but Tiberius with a classic Tiberius play, just keeping up the pressure from the get-go. Not always trading great, but getting more points and looking at the win condition and just making it so that the enemy can't quite reach their win condition in the end. Yep, well-deserved victory here by Tiberius in that regard in the end. It's not a pushover here. Not a game where Tiberius is having an easy time. Tofuk really gives him a challenge, and he still needs game number 2 as well. Tofuk, with that, will go back to Division 2 next season, but that doesn't mean he couldn't show us maybe a last hurrah here. And Tiberius needs that win in map number 2 as well. Get a full series win so that he is equal with Stahlbrecher. So, gonna be interested to see what they show us with the 2 T-72 divisions that we're gonna see there in game now 2. Quick break, guys, and then we're gonna be back with Tofuk versus Tiberius, with on Vertigo, with First Panzerna, Knife Panzer. First Tankova. Where'd go it is. One of the OGs. And two T72 division duking it out. Both can have access to the T72S. So there are more of those on Tiberius' side with the first Tankova. But Tofuk has more of the 16 frontal armor MUVs and 17 frontal armor M1 72s. So that's going to be interesting to see how this matchup goes out in that regard. And if you want to support these players and their struggle and get some prize money into Division 1, you can do so on Matcherino again, where we crowdfund the whole event. And you can do so without having to pay anything yourself at the moment, because we have codes again, which you can claim and add 25 cents to the prize pool immediately for free. Everybody can use that, even if you used it in the first rotation. These codes can be reclaimed again by you as well. So big thanks to Matcherino there for helping us out with this again. And guys, just click the claim code button there, add the free money. Easy way to getting some more money into the community, into the prize pool directly. And if you want to contribute directly, you can do so as well. Let's see if we can maybe breach the $1,000 this season. We're getting towards the end of the group stage here now. Next week, the playoffs gonna start. So yeah, a lot of important games that we still have to cast here in the playoff stage, in the group stage for the next 3 days. And up north now we have the ME2s here coming around. As I said, only 15 frontal armor on these, no smoke, but they are a good bit cheaper than the MEVs on the other side. MEV pays a good bit extra for the smoke, 180 points there. Extra frontal armor, pretty helpful as well though. And yeah, MI24D moving into the center. We have a BRM Recon. We have a couple of mod Aufklärers coming around as well. It's going to be interesting to see who takes center in Dimitri. That's always the big question. How much investments is going to the south? Who will get those zones? Because that means the other side has to pressure Boris and Anna. And if you invest too much south, that also means that the other side might break into your rear zone in the north as well. It seems like both sides will get a decent amount of units north, but a couple of units going south here as well. For Tofuk, only one recon unit here on the way for Tiberius. One GSR infantry recon unit. Igla going towards the south here for Tofuk as well to try to stop any recon helicopters most likely. And there we go. Action on the way. Storm S moving in. Mix-23 ML above everything as well. Double Mi-24D here. We have a double Mix-23 opener here on the way as well. The classic Mix-90 double fighter opener. The Mix-23 MLA of the Czechoslovaks. Really cheap, only 155 points. Still has a long-range missile. It's a bad long-range missile, the R-23R. And they have low ECM. They have bad short-range missiles as well with the R-60Ms. But they have the combination of long-range and short-range missiles. And that for the cheapest price point. The other side, you have the R-24R. And yeah. So you have the better long-range missile, decent bit more range, slightly more accuracy as well, slightly more damage as well. So that combi of an R60M and an R24R actually gets the kill here. Gets the kill onto one of the MiG-23. The other one turned around too late, and Tofuk's that was able to get a second shot out as well to push the second MiG-23 around. So gets a kill there without losing his. One Mi-24D going down as well. Igla finds the next Mi-24D in the south. Igla will be able to get another shot out here. Only the W50 here under fire. Now the Mi-24 does disengage. Will survive for now, but not the greatest opener for Tiberius here. Not really interrupting the enemy's position. SU-24 actually hunting down the Mi-24. Gets the kill there. SU-22 with a great kill. And this is really dangerous for the T-72 without smoke in the north as well. They can't hide easily. And they get one shot killed there. 15 frontal armor is not enough to save you from a KH-29T. So the S-22 here, a great unit. MiG-23 trying to come around from the other side. Will be a bit late though. But the S-22 does miss with its first missile. MiG-23 will be able to push it back. Poop below it, so has to be careful there. Shilka actually gets a long time on target as well. MiG-23 there, going pretty low. But barely survives. Meanwhile, one T-72 ME2 goes down on the ground. BMP-1s get shut down on the other side. The Storm's helping out ME2s here to get the kills. Double kill now. Tiberius loses the tank fight here and is in a bit of trouble there up north. Good engagements there by Tofuk. Gets the last one as well. Oh, terrible engagements here from Tiberius, and he needs to win on this map. He needs to win to have a chance to make it to the playoffs. But Tofuk currently in a great position. More 20mm mortar coming along. Shooting towards TiberiusRancor's BMP-1s here. I got ATGM moving forward as well. This Mod clearers moving around. Mod Schützen pushing in there as well. T-72 M1s slowly moving in into the northern zone as well. Yesterka and BMP-1 engaging here. Mod Aufklärer under fire goes down. 72 M1K going down. Good kill there. Ottawa pushing up. Getting shot down as well. And yeah, next BMP-1K moving around here as well. For the AT moving up north. Have the UATs disengaging in the south. Gets shut down. They're chilling in the forest. Units to the north engage away as well. SU-22 cluster coming along. Trying to get a kill on target, but Shilka already might just do that. Not quite. But next kill on the helicopter. Osa cannot retaliate. Nope. Loses line of sight there behind the hill. That goes into the sky. And the situation in the north really deteriorating quickly here for Tiberius. I'm at 24D rotating around north. Schützen might find the Osa. Running over the open field here. Self. Out of terror versus Motorstealth. The aging center is still in Tiberius' hand, but he doesn't have an ATGM in there. Clears up the south slowly now, but he needs to consolidate up north as well. Schützen finding a hit there. M1 pushing forward. The E3 are the same tank with smoke as the March 5.1s without. They're still a good bit lower than the M1 on the other side, which has 2 more frontal armor here. Schützen going down. Be pushing up. More 20mm mortar has to hit the E3 over here. BMP-1s through the south. Counter attack from Tofuk towards the southern Dimitri zone. Before D faded. Get some rockets onto the T-72. Likely gonna go down. No, it doesn't. Oh, that's the death of the MiG-23. Didn't get the kill there. E3 gets dumped down. Palanga on the way. Palanga does miss. Only rockets being fired now, but the T-72 coming around. Sees the Osa, gets the kill. So the situation here in the north doesn't get any better. T-72 is completely combat inefficient. Next one on the way. Flight truck on the way as well. But with the OSA down, the Mi-24 can just rotate around. T2 in the south at least gets a couple of kills, but BMP-1's on the way. T-72 on the way here for Tofuk. Tofuk on a good path to clean up the south here completely as well. As BMP2 at the north at least gets cut down. B24 has to be somewhat careful. But the recon situation here not great for Tiberius, so he can't just push in. B2 URP goes down in the south. MiG-23 AT on the way, but gets caught by the MiG-23s. Gets a good head on there, pushing Tofuk's one back, but the other MiG-23 is still on its tail. Likely will get out, but it will have to repair for a long while. B-24D here, pushing up to the front line again. Schützen will find the BMP-1 leader, and this is just completely spiraling out of control here for Tiberius right now. Trying to do one of his classic aggressive openers, and it just didn't work out as well. So, yeah, the East Germans here having the upper hand. MiG-23, MLA not quite finding the kill. Tofu cleans out the south now from the BMP. And MiG-23 gets gunned down. AT-1 gets hit this time around as well. Will be pushed back. ATGM does hit its target, but the 17 frontal armor ones do survive one frontal hit. So only going down to 1 hit point, not getting killed. That's the big difference there. Lots of mortar fire rains down on the T-72s over here. Good amount of ATGMs, the 2 T-72 M1s. Lighting up the mortar Streltsy here as well. Tiberius just not finding any trades here. Big issue here for Tiberius. Just no trades coming in. Schützen find the mortar Streltsy in the south. Or this SPW can roll in here in a second, create the +4 situation, and yeah, Tiberius just not having the forces around here will lose the south completely. CV moving up, Mi-24D rotating around. He has a couple more tanks up north, but he would have to find an amazing engagement here to turn this around, and he doesn't seem to see that coming. So we see a tap out here. Tofuk winning with nearly 4-1 KD here in the end. Absolutely dominating this game number 2, and with that, it doesn't save himself from elimination, but at least he takes Tiberius with him and makes the way free for Stahlbrecher to return to the playoff stage once more. Next to Starek, return from last season where they already kicked out the previous champions as well with Scoof and Tiberius there last season. So good run from Stahl and Starek here, and Tofuk helping out nicely here in this final game of that group. So really important win here for the group, and yeah, a nice goodbye to Division 1 for it now from Tofuk. He has returned a couple of times in the past. Let's see how he will do in Division 2 next season. If he can grind the way back up immediately, I think the chances are decently high, and it's going to be interesting to see how it all goes. Job well done here in game number 2 for sure. And yep, Tiberius not going to make it towards the finals this season. And it's going to be interesting to see how he will come back next season. Maybe slowing it down a bit. Like, he always is a bit over aggressive early, and I feel like that playstyle just doesn't work in the current meta as well on the top level. I feel like the meta is not really favoring Tiberius' playstyle right, especially with the new map pool as well, which is all a bit more about the grind. And yeah, GG here, Tofuk, during the second game. Let's move on to another really important group stage game, and a big one at that as well. Mix90 versus ProCommie. Short break, guys, and then we're gonna be back with a big series as well. As it's key for ProCommie to win that if he wants to make it out of the group stage this season. So the reigning champion already on the line in the group stage. And this was one of the group stage matches that I have been looking for the whole time and anticipating it, as we have Pro Commie, the reigning champion, on the right side. Whilst on the left side, we have ranked #1 player Mix90, who had great successes in past league seasons, but hasn't played in a league for a while. Has had a pretty good run so far. 2 wins, 1 loss, but 1-3 loss, so he is on a pretty good position. If he can get a couple of points out of Pro Commie, his chances of making it into playoffs are great. If he loses here, he still might have a shot. And Pro Commie here really needs a win, though. Lost already against in a 0-4 situation against Scoof, so he needs some points here. At least a draw, but more likely a full-on win here in this series. And that is some real pressure on our reigning champion. We have Mix here on the left side with one of his favorite divisions, Mnet versus TKS, coming along. As in the second game, we will see 31st Tagova versus 9th Panzer, so light infantry action into heavier tank action on Mount River. Bands here, Div Mob, Luftlande, 1st Canadian. All bands going somewhat directly against Mix90's pick. So Mnet being open is interesting, as he plays it quite a lot, and he is really, really good with it. On the other side, we have 2nd Infantry, 6th Light Division, and 20th Panzer here. Random ban on the 6th Light, actually. Maybe forgot to ban the 2nd Division and just let the timer run or so. But yeah, Mnet also has me excited. I know that Mix90 is playing really, really well with this division. On the other hand, I'm a big TKS fanboy as well, so my heart is a bit split in that regard. And yeah, if you want to get the motivation for these players up, to maybe play a bit more motivated even than they already do, consider helping out over at Matcherino, guys. The free claim code button is back, so you can add free money to the prize pool without paying anything. Nobody has done it yet today, guys. Come on. Don't be lazy. Just click the code, click the link, and add 25 cents to the prize pool for free. And if you want to support the channel even a bit more, you can also obviously help out with a Twitch Prime subscription or direct Twitch subscription or channel membership over on YouTube. Those go a long way helping me out, finding more time for the content here on both of these channels. Yeah, we have Scorpions here coming along. We have LSV Milans moving up north. And, Milan 2 immediately coming along. Both sides have some forward deployment. Both sides have some decent non-forward deployment units behind it as well. A lot of light vehicles. A lot of light vehicles with autocannon on the side of Mix90. Some light tanks and heavy artillery on the TKS side. And the special forces on the side of Pro Commie can be helpful. There is more airborne forward deployment on Mnet side, obviously, though. And the good infantry that you can get behind that goes quite a long way as well. Hey, yo. Thanks for the Twitch Prime subscription there, Imdoozy. And yeah, the Gurkha rifles are in a really good spot by now, I think, as well. So going to be interesting to see if you're going to see those. Thanks for the Twitch Prime there. Much appreciated. And yeah, MX30 RCs here, 10 RCs can move around as well. One going for the center, one going for the north. It's going to be interesting to see how many kills those going to rack up. They need to get a good couple of shots on these light vehicles to actually pay off, as you need to kill 4 Scorpions with the MX10s. So with the long range, with the high capability gun, they can do that quite quickly. But they also die really quickly to something like the LSV Milan. So risky play there with a triple MX10 opener in my eyes from Pro Commie, but you kind of have to risk it a bit here with TKS if you want to have a shot. It's Mix90's first pick with Mnet, though, into TKS as second pick. So let's see what Pro Commie's game plan is here in the long run. Pretty standard defensive opener for the south. Goes relatively hard for the center point here. And not so much into the north, but has one green beret there nonetheless. Double LSV Milan on Mix90's side. has some power commandos with the Unimog Para that brings another Milan right behind that. EGS here moving north just for the recon. Oh, Kraka coming around, Scorpion coming around as well. No ATGMs for this. Well, there is still a Milan 1 with a Unimog with a Milan as well. But no further ATGM recon units here in the south. No autocannons here either. So the MX10 down here doesn't have as much opposition, but still 4 Milan 1s that can one-shot it are still pretty scary. VLRA will get the Gazelle shut down here, but the ones in the open are in a bit of trouble. It's interesting that we don't see any Vulture Mega B1, only Green Berets. Using the smoke nicely as well, though. MX10 reaching in the south. VLRA does go down. And I believe one MX10 already died in the north. The next one here, okay, it goes onto the VLRA. And the fire MX10 in the center goes down as well. And that's a big issue that I was talking about. The Milan one here getting the easy kills. Tina now coming around. Will find the VADS. So Gina rocket air spam, it seems to be, is the game plan idea here for now. But yeah, I don't quite understand the triple AMX-10. It was a risky play, and you have to play quite well to make them pay off on this matchup. F16 here finds the kill onto the first Gina already as well. No long-range AA in the north, only one Roland in the south. We have a 155mm artillery piece from the get-go. Classic pro-commie move here with the Feldhaubitze. The M113 need to push forward. Try to get some more ground. Roland find the hit. A lot of ATGMs flying in from all the sides. MX10 has to smoke off, has to disengage. M48s here might be more helpful. They have smoke and they can eat a shot from a Milan 1. So M48 tanks, they don't quite have the range though, but it's just generally to push with. They might be a bit more helpful. Green Berets getting into 84 range there for a second. Ural goes down as well. Gets shot up by the Iltis. Has to disengage there. Away from it with one hit point. 5mm will find the Milan in the south. Ural here from the side. The engagement against the M113. Gals get the kill there. This Milan retaliating here. Will find the kill as well. Both sides shooting each other's light units there. Green Beret will deal with the power commando. They have the better firepower in CQC with special forces with the submachine guns. No submachine guns here. Power commando. So they have more hit points. Race will win the fight. China rocket coming around for the south. The ADS just annihilating this little helicopter. China going directly for it though. But VDS is moving. I don't think there is perfect targeting on it. Ooh, actually. China gets the kill, but F16 is behind it. Roland not in range for a second shot. Gets the first hit on target. Power commando in the north gets gunned down. Gina relatively cheap, so even a trade against the VADS is kind of okay point-wise. No F104s or so around though. 155mm trying to get some more light kills here. North fully captured by Mix90, so Tommy needs to find some value elsewhere. Milan 1 under fire, gets gunned down. More Iltis Milans coming along. More 13s here moving up as well. They do have smoke and an ATGM for 25 points, so pretty cost efficient transports there. No MGs at all, but as an pure Milan 1 platform, they even outdo the units on the other side. 84 does find a Vulture Mega Pioneer from the Green Berets there. Iltis Milans finds a kill here as well, but Krakatoa outranges them. Gets involved. Both done the first one down. 5mm trying to shoot some units in the south that aren't there anymore. Green Berets trying to run away. Wise choice here, trying to keep them alive. They can be handy with the smoke later on and the 84s. Hawk moving along as well. Yeah, all the Milan 113s with Jaegers inside moving up as well. I mean, with the Jaegers that are purely anti-infantry, which are pretty cost efficient at that job as well, so splitting the duty quite nicely. Well, Gina finds a nice kill in the north, but F-16 will kill it off again. No other AA around. Next artillery piece from Pro-Commie, so Pro-Commie really going the Pro-Commie way here now. Yeah, that M110 going to be interesting. Helicopter goes down in the north. But the artillery pieces might start to generate some nice value here. Krakatoa, not the best management there from Pro-Commie. Only getting a single shot on it. If a direct hit might have been a kill though. Needs to switch targets now though. Kraka is disengaging. 10 towards the center. Have a lot of targets as well. Issue is the +2 here right now though. That slowly ticks up. The 7.6mm MGs that Mix90 brings around a lot. Those are not really worth shooting with an AMX-10. Reveals the position of the AMX-10, but even if you get the kill, it's only a 20-point unit here. Point-wise, those are really great. When it comes to card efficiency, the 7.6mm are not that amazing in pure firepower. Yeah, literally now kind of wasting a shot, but gets repositioned immediately. A rocket coming around once more. No AA plane on the other side. You have a bit of a Hellarm gang here from Mix90 that might try to do some havoc in the enemy rear. Maybe once the MR10 fires, they will try to get on top of it. That would be a big kill. What's the 5mm artillery piece? Aiming on the wrong target, actually. Yes, rotating around in the north. Not hitting anything there. And yeah, recon currently not great. No recon units here outside of one Airclear in the south. Only one Airclear in the north. They have GSR. They are the new unit added to TKS. So helping out quite a bit in that regard. Your recon tab is pretty limited in number though, so you have to be really careful with what you choose there. Or you have to pay a lot of points. And yeah, Ito unit goes down. The 5mm unit so far doing a good job. The cluster mortar on the other side though, starting to get into the action as well. VADS getting gunned down by the Gina rocket again. And here comes the Darkfire. Kills the Gina rocket. 5mm. Aiming onto the Skyguard. Skyguard is moving though. 10 tries to find the Darkfire, but Mix90 keeps that agile as well. Plus the mortars coming in bigger numbers here. 9 minutes in the game, and Mix90 has the +2, and this is the big problem here for Pro-Commie. Artillery aiming towards the Scorpion. Altus 50 cal. Engaging here. 3 next to the Jaeger there. Plus artillery. It's Milan here. HE bomber. It's just 7mm MG. MG gets bombed there. M110 get involved. Scorpion goes down. 5mm aiming for the Skyguard. Does get a good hit here with the first one. Lands perfectly. But there's no second shot because it has to reload now. Okay, double M110s here, just constantly trying to generate value. but not having the right targets so far. M48's coming along as well. Yes, the Green Berets have been brought back up. And a lot of Kanonjagdpanzers here trying to help out. On the other side, a lot of light vehicles. Oh, pre-fire. And M110's not on target at all. EDS targeted in the north. Not, yeah, Power Commando here. The target, 104. Get the bomb drop there. Gets the kill. EDS goes down in the north as well. The cluster mortar here being annoying. Green Berets not really doing it. Katao coming along. Kanonjagdpanzer not quite in range to engage that one. And aiming for it now. 5mm not busy right now at all. And yeah, the annoying cluster mortars here dealing okay damage to infantry as well. They don't do a lot of damage per hit, but they are really accurate. As the rover here gets hit once more. So all the shots hitting, eventually they do a decent amount of damage. F104 coming around. What? Huh? A bit of a strafing run there, actually. Bombing hits themselves. Not as amazing. Unimogs here getting damaged a bit, but not killed. The artillery in the rear needs a resupply. +2 still going on. Kanonjagdpanzer hasn't found its value. Green Berets and Jaegers pretty low. Jaeger might even likely be killed off here. OF. Moving along. Roland might have to disengage. And oh, here come the cluster mortars again. Aiming perfectly on the Kanonjagdpanzer here right now. Nighthawk gets a shot out. Gets targeted immediately. Kanonjagdpanzer even under fire by the TGMs already. And here comes the fire. Green Beret goes down. Kanonjagdpanzer takes some damage. And will go down there. Rest of the units will live. Next Kanonjagdpanzer under fire by ATGM. Just survive. F4Fs and F16 here diving deep. Getting some planes killed on the way in. Nighthawk does miss. And the planes stay behind here now. Behind the enemy lines. Being obnoxious. 5mm artillery piece. Tries to find the enemy dark fire. The front line of Brokomi not looking so hot here. The light forces of Mix90 really putting up the pressure right now. Yes. One plane does get gunned down here in the end. I think then the planes, yeah. Might be a mutual destruction there as both sides seemingly lost a plane. F104 HE comes in. They'll try to find a bombing run on the enemy mortars. Darkfire didn't go down. Mortars so load back in before the bombs drop. Yeah, the high altitude. F104 won't find it. The artillery actually might have found it, but the bomber did reveal targeting practice and allows the cluster mortars to reposition. Rover all still alive, all back in action. Or FOF coming around here, getting down the helicopter as well. Little infantry around here right now. For Brokomi, still trying to counter battery those mortars, but not achieving anything with it, and not achieving anything currently on the front line either. Whilst these mortars constantly pick up some units of his. So, situation here pretty good for Mix90 right now. Mnet really is currently ahead on the value generation with the air war, with the enemy artillery currently kind of wasting itself. Iltis Firungs gets gunned down there as well. Milan 1 with a good hit, and situation pretty rough for Brokomi right now. Artillery fire on Brokomi's 5mm artillery piece now as well. Annoying counter battery. Might not get the kill. Oh, but the cluster mortars come along for the job as well. They are inaccurate at this point, though. Roland has to be careful there, too. They just try to pick up damage wherever they can. And this situation is a really, really tough one for our current reigning champion. Mix90 putting up the heat, turning up the heat, and really showing why Mnet is such a strong division. And it has been for a while. I feel like just most players don't quite get the full grasp of it. Yeah, Mnet here doing a lot of damage, but we haven't seen it in last season at all. And even this season, we haven't seen it much at all yet. I don't think it's the best first pick division. I don't think it's the best division for this map, but wild picks here from both sides a bit for the map anyways. And yeah, good play here so far with Mnet by Mix90. He has played it a lot in the rank ladder as well. He has been really successful there with it. I believe he's still close to 100% or even at a 100% win rate with it. And the situation here currently looking pretty good in this tournament for him as well. Every landing on a 155mm. Rungs on the fire. Rush. Saw that. Getting pushed back. About 10 here. Trying to go around, getting some kills. Cannon. Trying to hit the Scorpion. Guard on the fire. Cannon losing the fight though. Everything is dead here for Pro Comic. There's nothing left here in the south. Mix90 one step closer here to winning this match now, and with that also good bit closer to the playoff stage. HE bombs started to fall with 7 points. Oh, no, with 11 points after this. He is in a really, really good spot for the playoffs. So Pro Comics lying here. He needs to win in the next game at least. Because this one here, I think, is basically over. I don't know how you come back with PKS. Like, he would have had way better artillery kills. I think his counter battery attempts were a bit off, and his recon just wasn't positioned well enough, I guess, to enable the rest. And if he doesn't win the next one, he's for sure out. And even if he wins the next one, his chances are relatively slim and already starting to depend on other players' runs. Because one loss, one draw means that you aren't up to it yourself anymore. And even for the chance, he needs to win the next one. And Mix90 here really kind of dominating in game 1, so it's gonna be tough for game number 2 and for Komi as well. And good to see that we have some players this season who can handle Pro Komi, our first 2-time champion. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for Mix90's run in general. As I said, I really like his division choices. Picks there, fantastic, and really well played here by Mix90. I also don't think we had the full-on pinks in game 1. We only had when zones were captured and all, but I don't think we had them in. Yeah, Mnet really, really well done there by Mix90, letting that run through for him. Always risky, but I'm not sure Pro Komi really has played against Mnet much lately, so I guess he just didn't expect it to be that good either. And yeah, he on his one of his favorite TKS there, interesting as well. I don't think it's a good counter pick, but I guess he doesn't want to play light divisions. Like, I think this was more of a fun pick than a really strong counter pick, but it did cost him the game here, and with that, maybe chance towards the playoffs. Because at least needs the next one here, and that will be 31st Tankova versus Knife Panzer. So another T72 on T72 action here coming in on Mount River. Quick break, guys, and then we're gonna be back with that second game. Here we go. Game number 2. 90 versus Pro Commie. Yeah, Pro Commie's tournament game fully on the line here now in this one. Mix90 coming in here with the 31st Tankova versus the 9th Panzer on the side of Pro Commie. Downriver. Classic map. Be interesting. And once more, if you want to support this event, guys, you can help out over at Match Reno. Big thanks to everybody who helped out with the same code button here once more. Nice move here coming in the latest one. Quick click up here adds 25 cents completely for free for you. You don't have to pay anything. Will be paid out in the end. A lot of you have done it over the past seasons already, and we have generated by now, I think, like $200 or so at least for free with these over the seasons that we have played in WARNO and Steel Division. So easy free money to be generated for the tournament. What you have to do is go through the link in the chat. Same code button, and if you want to support the channel even further, yeah, consider subscribing or becoming a channel member over at YouTube. That before many times as well. That helps out quite a lot, and I'm really thankful for all of you helping out, allowing me to do this in my pastime, and also generating a bit of money with it, so that I don't have to go full time with my work job. I have more time for WARNO League organization, forecasts, and tier list videos, and all of that stuff. And going towards Paul North. Good couple of recon units here. Of course, BMP1's all coming along as well. We have a BMP1 North moving around. Try to Yearn in here, the action as well. To MUV coming in from Pro Commie, so both sides starting with one T-72. We have 2 helicopters here, E2s. Those are going to be key for generating value early on. There is no forward deployment for the 31st, and it's not the fastest deck out there. The big recon opener here actually is quite interesting, and the recon BMP2s going to be helpful, but special forces there. No fast forward deployment from 9th either, so the recon departments on both sides a bit slower, but a lot of power behind it, a lot of T-72 numbers behind it on both sides. One card of T-72S on both sides as well, or T-72B with the RTG HGM on the side of Mix90. And double MiG-23 ML here. Okay, expecting the Me Too Yearn opener, I guess. And trying to get the Me Too recon here killed off. One will fall back. We have a coup around the Me Too Yearns. Those will go low as well. That way the recon of Mix90 will make it through in the end. Still okay for Pro Commie. Double investment into the MiG-23 did cost Mix90 a good bit more than the Me2s on the other side, and you still can use them once the coup is on the front line. There's not that much AA here behind it for Mix90 as well. So Pro Commie, I still think, has decent chances of making it towards sign and capturing that point. As the Me2s stay behind for now still. Second coup coming up. So really wants to make sure that he has enough there. Supply truck could be helpful as well. We have a coup on the other side. We have another ZU-23 coming up as well. Malyutka immediately engaging MP1. Malyutka versus Malyutka action potentially coming up here all along the front line. MP1s with Malyutka, another SPW with Malyutka on the side of the 9th Panzer here for Pro Commie as well. Whilst the East German BMP1 recon over here getting attacked as well. This one doesn't have smoke. That's a big disadvantage compared to its Soviet counterpart. The RM1 here engaging the recon units. T-72 MUV trying to help out. Malyutka getting involved from the other side again. A lot of cheap ATGM units. The RM1 does smoke off. OT-65 gets shot down here. Mod Clear is pushing in. Procomi will get the sign area, but at the same time has to be careful as Mix90 is going all in forward towards Anna and has a good shot of getting that point. Malyutka goes down in the south. Other one trying to come around from the flank. W falling back, rotating towards Leonid, then rotating towards Sign. E2 Urn rotating around here as well. We'll try to get towards the north, towards the OT, the BTR 60s. The ones here going up and around with a lot of shots. Not getting all that much damage in, but unit killed at least. Me2 Urns here. Under attack, MiG-23 ML. Getting the kills there on the Me2 Urns, but might pay for it. Second one, they're really lucky that the short range 2 vet coup, the classic of Procomi, doesn't get the shot on target there. Only one of them going down in the end there. E24 VAT pushing forward now. There is a Shilka, but the Bukon does outrange it, so Shilka doesn't have the easiest time getting on target. Motchitson going down. North not captured by Mix90. TV not yet at sign. Then it still has to be captured as well. So +3 currently for Mix. Whilst the Meat 24 will engage the next BMP1 here. Has 8 calls, so has a lot of shots. Kill those 5Vs around the battlefield. One moving towards the north. We have Pioneers here coming in force as well. Here M1K moving in there to get a good amount of recon around the battlefield as well. Fagot pushing up. Meat 24 gets set up quite nicely. Gets pushed back. That U23 pushing forward. Mod Clearer. Engage it. 3 pieces coming onto the battlefield here in the rear. Will try to get the kill onto all these static ZU-23s most likely, which will light up the mod clearers here. Have to try to get into cover away from it. We are around on the side as well. 22 now, engaging the ZSU. 2 under fire, but the stress pretty high here on the other side. So 72 should likely finish the job. But Malyutka can hit it. Malyutka coming around. 72 disengaging. TV now nearly at the center. Nothing there that can intercept it, so that will stop the take. 200 point lead here for Mix90. Nothing major, but still nice to have. Pioneers pushing forward in the north. Couple of BMP1s there. Motchitson getting into the action as well. Me2 Urn gets the kill here on the sneaky recon unit in the rear. And 2mm artillery piece. Yeah, trying to aim for the enemy AA cube first target here. And if it gets hit with the first shot, it might go down fully. As it's not the fastest unit. And if it gets stunned down, it will struggle to get out of the area before the other shots land as well. Only 6 hit points too, so the 50mm can kill it off relatively quickly. So first shot does land off target. Coop immediately moves, and that likely will mean that it survives. Gets 3 damage there. It's stunned, but yeah, it goes down to 1 hit point, and I believe it's out of range now. Yeah, Coop does survive. Quick reaction from Mix90, saving it there. As Procomi pushes forward with BMP1s. Pioneer pushing up there as well, trying to get into the zone up north. 22 rocket actually gunning for it, but not quite spotting it. And not getting its rockets out because it gets pushed back. One SU-22 actually gets shot down there. So that run not really great for Mix90, for Procomi. MP1s here against ZU-23. But a lot of ATGM from all around. Malyutka actually getting the kill there. Div1 fully engaging it there. Gets stunned down. 23 keeping up the pressure. Malyutkas all around. Light forces there. One goes down. I got ATGM. Another BMP1 moving around. The Motschützen here can get an easy kill onto the Malyutka. Not trying to get it though right now. ZU-23 under fire by the artillery. Good first hit there, gets the kill. Now the infantry moves up. Motschützen moving towards the Malyutka. Are now in AT launching range. Don't spot it yet, seems like. Oh no, they are on a move command. Okay. MEV forced to move back. 72A pushing up. Motschützen versus Motschützen. Always good for the Motschützen with the double MG. So Rico and Motschützen, they're in a bit of a trouble. The MEV finds the ZU-23 there again. Okay, just not that many T-72s yet for Pro Commi, but there we go. 72S coming around. Pro Commi's 9th Panzer really, really strong. Finds the Malyutka there as well. But so far, Mix90 doing an okay job here. Up in points. Has to be careful though, as he's starting to lose control over Anna, and once that is captured, Pro Commi will be back on the tick. We have an Acacia coming out from Mix90 now as well. Aiming for the mod officer on the other side. Motschützen in the north did win the fight against the Motschützen. Other normal Motschützen south of Anna. Trying to move around. RPG shot. But the T-72 does miss, so the T-72 now with a lot of firepower on the Motschützen. Reducing them to 2 hit points. Will likely finish them off there, especially with the Motschützen right behind it. And there we go. Motschützen bites the dust. Mod officer in the center under heavy fire as well. 90 with the deep patrol here again, but the MiG-23ML catches him on the way out, and he loses the next 23 there. Coops coming around, pushing in. Coop being bought on Mix90 side as well, so airplay here gets reduced quite a bit. Malyutkas and Fagots engaging all over the battlefield here. Yesterka being pushed back. The MEV keeps its fire support up as well, helping out on the front. Already fired a good couple of shots, got reloaded by the Ural, but this MEV sure has put in some work so far. Motor Strelkies here being engaged, slowly whittled down. Next MEV coming along as well. Concourse ATGM onto the battlefield. Mi-24V firing Cocon missiles as well. So the MEV will have to smoke off. Hasn't smoked off yet. Pro Commi, ooh, has an engine damage there. T-72S gets immediately side shot behind it as well. So those units have to disengage. Fagot HGM gets shot down by the artillery. The artillery off. Pro Commi aiming for the ZU-23 here in the south. And this time around, I don't think Mix90 is really reacting, so that will go down. That's the MEV in the center, under a lot of pressure. Doesn't have anything to smoke for it yet. BRM1 tries to help it out. Ooh, plane immediately gets shut down. Yeah, I don't think plane combat is really what you want to do on this map. The MEV actually does survive here. BMP1 helping out against the T-72B1. Malyutka and Conquerors immediately retaliating though. It's the Acacia now firing towards the Conquerors in the middle. Doesn't find any value there just yet. Down south. Umnitsky under fire as well. Big artillery fire from both sides. Acacias here continue to fire from the rear for Mix90 as well. Haven't found any massive kills yet. They now outnumber the artillery pieces of Pro Commi. E24P with 8 Cocons, 10% ECM here coming along onto the battlefield as well. And some nice targets here on the battlefield. Mix90 keeps on holding on towards Anna. Tommy didn't really invest all that much into that northern zone. E2 Yearn rotating around. Little helicopter boy here. Gets rockets out. Lights up somewhat the Strelky, but on this long range, 32 rockets not dealing that much damage. Absolute stalemate in the south. 2 Malyutkas and a light recon unit versus 1 Aufklärer. So nothing gonna happen there anytime soon. Conquers under fire. 324p finds some weird shot angles here towards the BMP2 as well. Conquers hasn't left the building. BMP2 goes down. But we have BMP1 under fire by T72 in the north, but T72 from Procomi coming around as well. Both with 2 level veterancy. And the OBR here disengaging. Has lower frontal armor than the MEV on the other side. Area tanks here for Procomi. Well, more reinforcements now coming in on both sides. The battle builds up. They have killed off a decent amount of units on both sides, but it's lower than the 250 points that they get each minute currently. So over time, one line still builds up. More units enter. Combined arms wise, I think the divisions are on a pretty decent footing on both sides as well. Grazia now once more trying to do it with artillery. Side infantry targets here. I think better than trying to kill the T-72 there. They're actually quite stacked here from Mix90. A bit overstacked there for sure. It's at Q23. They'll go down there next to the Motorstrelkies most likely. West Scotsland all on the other side of it right now. 23 routed, and that actually might cause it to get directly into the zone. Okay, actually does survive, but 1 Motorstrelky is still a decent kill. Artillery now found some better targets here though. Some light vehicles, and the Acacias on both sides doing some good damage. More T-72s here coming up for Procomi. Has a pretty good number now out on the battlefield, but side shot ATGM's potential there. MP1 doesn't get hit. The baseline MP1s of the East Germans do have smoke, so if you push with them in the tank push, you can really use them nicely for those smoke screens. 72s disengaging. Me-24 gets shot down by the Coop. Good movement there by Procomi. Important kill there for sure. Well, ZU-23 is here, still in big number for Mix90. No new artillery piece coming along. Grazia, though, keeps up the fire. Well, it's on the other side. Grazia's aiming for an ATGM as well. Likely gonna get the kill there. One disengage to the north. Miss like there. If you can disengage to any side, and the artillery is all landing here, so if you want to save the Fagot, the best would have been to unload it to the north. This way around, the Fagot goes down and gets killed. Bit of a misclick there by Procomi. 2 S's and MEVs going towards the front line. In general, this is actually a really big building block. Maybe could have been cut into 2 here along this line, with these buildings being 1 and south being 1. We now have a good couple of T-72s just trying to crack the open field. There are some T-72Ss now with this, so ATGMs, form of the severe, coming around, and they outclass the Malyutkas, Fagots on the other side by a lot. Malyutka unit goes down, BRM1 trying to help out. The missile comes out, but the unit immediately gets done down. Ooh. The M2S over here gets pushed back. M2B is just a normal T-72S in non-export variant. Around, and Procomi here really low. Does get this one out though. But over here, the units do go down. And there we go, fireball and big explosion. There's one T-72, I believe. Oh no, that was just a BRM. 72 is still here. Still the push. Not really working out for Brokami. He got some Malyutka units and so on, so it's not nothing, but this is currently, don't think the way to get this. I feel like way to get this game right now would be to do this posturing, get a couple more ATGM units around, and then rotate south with your tanks through this road. So that Mix90 doesn't really fully realize that you rotate south and you still force him up north. You still leave some forces behind so that he can't push back your signpost. And if he tries to do it, you immediately can rotate around. But at this current position, I'm not liking for Brokami. And the only reason for that is that Mix90 is ahead on points. Otherwise, if Mix90 would have to push, I think Brokami is in a pretty decent defensive position as well. But he needs to be aggressive. And he still has 21 minutes. So a lot of time to grind some stuff out here. But the pushes over the open field, I'm not a big fan of those. 152mm Arcadia. Re-aiming here. Repositioning now. Solid little artillery system. Or relatively big artillery system, actually. One's on the other side. Now, with Veteran C trying to gun down the T-72S, and that one is in a pretty bad spot, I must say. Starts to get hit pretty hard. BMP2 engaging the Saperi RPOs or BMP2 infantry front line. Military artillery shoot back. Group in a bad spot. Mod of terror in the south and stuck as well. Back up north. 2 engaging the Saperis. 55 AM 1 engaging the Mochits and getting the kill there. Carry RPO. Mix90 under attack. The big guns, 2mm here, not really finding any value. 2 PK slowly pushing forward, trying to get the opening here, getting another slight kill, just killing off the BMP1 lob on the other side. More Malyutkas coming around, more BRMs coming around. Not really a big number of T-72s here on the side of Mix90 yet. 90 can't really do the aggressive push right now, but he doesn't need to. Got point advantage, he got the points in the north and just needs to use a couple of T-72s he has for good defensive play, and he does that. Go from there. As I said, I'm still a bit shocked that no one started to invest into the south. T-72S returning here once more. The MEV out there in the open field, not doing so hot. The Arcadias here, right, starting to find some nice value. BMP2 gets gunned down again, not great on the offense. Lyutka gets gunned down, severe missile gets smoked away. Storm coming around here as well. Also good on the defense. All great units there. Helicopter gets gunned down. 72S trying to find some value. Counter battery not really working here. For me, not getting any value against Mix90 out of that counter battery attempt. Game number 1 didn't work out. Tries it again here now, but with a single gun you wouldn't even get a kill there. Even if you get hits. Now we get the T-72B1s, and yeah, those are pretty damn solid as just gun platform. Outperform the MEVs easily with 1 extra hit point, 2 extra frontal armor. T2s and T-72Ss here. Getting to engage with their ATGMs as well. Guns towards the Conquerors here. More GM firing onto the UWATs. Gets a nice shot to explode. more shots needed here. Center. And yeah, the northern attempts here not really working out. Next BMP gets gunned down. We're not having enough artillery right now. Not having the napalm out yet either. And that is really confusing to me. Like, I feel like 9th Panzer on this map, this is where you want to use the napalm crud. This is the napalm crud abuse map, where you, for example, could smoke, like, just napalm this whole area so the enemy can't use it anymore, or napalm this whole forest and the enemy can't use it anymore, so then you can push through here. And I think on this map, you really want to use the napalm crud nicely, as well. It's really good on Vertigo as well, sure, but this map doesn't play all that different in tank fights either. And there are good amount of spots where that napalm crud can do a lot of work there and allow you to gain positions. Like, this map is all about a big grind towards the position and all the spots and line of sights and that can block it. And if you block the enemy from having units here, you can easily push forward towards this forest, then smoke it again, then push into it. Or you can then maybe push through an angle here up north, because the enemy can't move around here. You can kill off damaged units with it quite nicely as well. In general, do a good amount of damage here on the map as well. M2S gauge here, but yeah, no napalm crud yet. Not a lot of artillery. Like, this map, instead playing airplanes, which I don't get why people still play airplanes in late game on this map. Like, it's never working. It never ever works, and even the Division 1 players continue doing it. And I still sometimes do it as well on Vertigo, most of the time I remember to not do it, but it seems like so many players still panic buy planes, even on the top level on this map, where it's just the network is up so quick. You can use airplanes for the first couple of minutes, or you can use it in massive airstrikes with seaplanes. Everything outside of that is just not functional, and you should not do it. You should instead invest into artillery, because there's only so many spots the enemy can hide on this map, so every artillery gun usually pays off over time on this map if you give it 20 minutes or even more. And that's why I don't get why we only see one Akatsiya here on the side of Procomi, especially knowing that Procomi is one of the best artillery players in this game. Plus, on the other side, we have two Akatsiyas from Mix90 that pay off quite nicely. But the push is now coming. T-72s do set up the damage here now, and this time around, Procomi so far has traded pretty decently. And the MEV and S here engaging once more, but they're out in the open now. And I don't think this is a great spot right now. Under fire. M2S getting hit. Watchitson here under fire as well. Oop. Get some hits. 1K. Hit there. Good. Trying to get far up to the front line. Trying to get shut down. MEV and S engaging away. Orm gets a good hit against the T-72B. Got artillery pieces behind it. Not getting involved, but Procomi did get back into the zone. And with that, did get himself back into draw territory right now. Slowly ticking up. Maybe he can get an ambush onto the MTLB that is trying to get back into the zone right now. T-72s moving around here. There's two over here though, pretty low. Storm gets gunned down. 2S. Will likely fire too late, so I think the MTLB will make it in. Oh! No, the BMP-1 gets the kill there. And now I don't think Mix90 has a fast enough way to get in there before Procomi is 100 points ahead and in win territory, so then it will be Mix90 who has to push towards Stein, and that's not going to be easy. So this pretty costly push by Procomi this time around working, and he actually did trade okay this time around, so that he is not super far behind and can play, I think, pretty decently on from the defense. Yes, yeah. A couple of seconds left until he has the 314 points or 15 points that he needs here. Have enough points ahead, be enough points ahead to win this game. And Mix90 now in trouble. 72S, 72B here on the other side. Both sides not dealing great amount of damage to each other. Literally getting involved. Ooh, B1 there. Going pretty low. Needs to smoke off, needs to disengage. MTLB here coming around, but yeah, is a bit late. Rokami a couple of points far enough ahead now to win this game if it stays at this point. Good artillery shots there from Mix90, killing one T-72 there on the other side. 72S here being pretty active. They are still all around. All three for Rokami. Oh no, actually, he can have 4 with 0 vet. Right, the classic Rokami 0 vet 72s. 72Bs here on the other side. With the classic 1 vet. Botschützen trying to get on top of the MTLBU. And forcing it back before it can get the full-on capture. MP2 there, getting some nice kills as well. So now Mix90 has to move north, but that leaves his tanks open there. They haven't been repaired yet. 2S might get another shot out, gets the kill there. And I think Rokami, with the switch north, did what he needed to do. And yeah, that's why I don't understand why he didn't push south. North, yeah, could have, did work out now as well. Just the push here through the center was a bit weird. Through the open field against another heavy tank division. But now gets to beat Botschützen in here. 10 minutes remaining. And it's now Mix90 in a bit of trouble here. Having to make it to sign, having to make it to Boris, either point there would be fine, but he is quite out there now. But we have more T-72Ss coming around. We are going around. Center as well. MUV pulling in. Good shots towards the T-55s and the T-72s up north, pushing them back once more. Rokami now nearly 200 points ahead, really getting a decent lead here out of the slow +1 by just always zoning the enemy out there. Doesn't have to push any deeper. Moves up his T-72s once more. T-72S there coming around. That's the 4th one. So, as many ATGMs as possible, as many Seviers. And Botschützen just keep on running forward now. And as the enemy tanks are partially pretty low here, they have to respect it. Otherwise, they will go down. It's a tanky one that was still full life that gets hit first though. 72S here engaging. Div1's trying to help out as well. We have some 30mm grenade launchers, but Mix90 in real trouble as the full hit point tanks of Rokami push on forward. Pairs here maybe a bit underutilized by Mix90. The M2S of Rokami's moving all around. 72BK here heavily damaged. The DS of Rokami still around. Artillery trying to land on target. Ooh, one T-72 goes down over there. And the S actually engaging the 30mm grenade launcher. So not getting the BK here right now. Next unit gets shut down, but it's weird what target this thing, this T-72S shows right now. Gets gunned down there. So the BK goes down right after on the other side as well. BMP1s and T-72s pushing forward. 8 minutes remaining. And Mix90 now under trouble. Not enough repairs on his units, leaving him with some low hit point units there. Losing the coup now as the T-72s just pressuring really deep here for Rokami and Yeah, Prokami with some great trades here lately after forcing his opponent on the offense and currently really pushing the lack of reinforcements there for Mix90. The lack of resupply so that all his low hit point units now have to be forced back into combat or being repaired, and that being really easy to kill off. Once in the south, watch it moving around here as well. Not a lot of artillery here from the rear. On the other side, we have some more OBR81s slowly rolling in. Those are the 17 frontal armor ones. But Mix90 still a good bit away from making it towards Boris. And or a sign, so 6 minutes 50. Still actually has a tick against him. 300 points by now, and this is starting to look really promising for Prokami. Watch it under fire. UV around there. A lot of tanks here. Resupply currently not amazing for Prokami, but he's doing it. Me24P gets resupplied as well. Still both sides ignoring the south. Oh, Mix90 with a long haul flank, but that's coming in too late. 6 minutes. Like, this PP1 will be taking a while through this forest. I don't think that will arrive in time. Watch Hudson moving on. Like, that move you have to do at minute 30 or so. Or maybe even a bit earlier. And, well, minute 30 would be fine. And it would get in with 2 or 3 minutes rest so that that could be the surprise that you need. Acacia engaging towards the center, but the combine arms here not great. Ooh, Motschützen not hitting the last shot. So the T72 actually survives, but it is really, really low. And that means no real flanking push here. The T72S getting repaired. It's only 3 T72s for Prokami, but it's only 2 currently for Mix90, both damaged. 3 more on the way. But on the other side, we have a lot of BMP1s, a lot of infantry just trying to grind it down. +2 now for Prokami. Nearly 400 points ahead. 5 minutes 24 remaining, and at least looks like Prokami is going to win this one. Well, T55 AM1 engaging around the battlefield. Motschützen engaging. And Acacia engaging towards the Conquerors. Mix90, yeah, would need more than Leonid. Would need get back into the north as well, or get into Sign. Sign would be the best of a +2 pointer, but there is nothing there moving that direction right now. He lost too many units in that grind towards Anna again. Both sides here. Yeah, with a lot of good defensive units. Not the best offensive play, but Prokami found the gap back in and he took it, just pushing as deep as he needed to get that point, and then getting ambush after ambush on Mix90's forces and getting the KD nicely back into his favor. And this is looking really, really grim now for Mix90 here. So with 2 wins, 1 draw, and a 1-3 loss instead of a 0-4 loss like they usually are, by having 1 draw and 1 loss in that series against Bloody Knight, Mix90 still should make it into the playoffs. Well, T72S is here, engaging. And the question is just, will he make it in as first place or second place at this point? Got T72S here with a good hit. M1 under fire will go down. 82. Engaging against the OPR 81. Getting the kill. 2. Against the BMP1 K3. Kill there as well, but yeah, +2 does continue. I don't think Mix90 has really anything to do about it right now at this stage anymore. But he got a great win in game number 1, so this one not as important here for him. And really still a pretty interesting, pretty heavy game here. The micro was fantastic. I still think a couple of the game decisions not quite top level. Like both sides here with some weird choices movement wise and unit composition wise as well, but in general a well executed counter push by Prokami after a well executed first land grab from Mix90 that got him the point lead. And Brokami here now really starting to get it back. +2 continues, and that he will likely get himself the 600 points and the W here. This one, 82 coming around, gets the T72 killed here. Just getting a bit back in the KD parts of things. If this Big 27 does survive, it seems like it will. That is nice, but 600 points ahead now. Mix90, no way to get any points here. Back on the battlefield. As Brokami did bleed out quite a lot. Both sides here really grinded it into this one. But in the end, it was good enough. Yeah, the MP1 KR, the K3 here. Not gonna make it. Would need, like, we'll need 2 minutes or so more till here. We would need another 1.5 minutes up there. So yeah, you really need to start a bit earlier. This, or use a different unit. BMP1, trying to do it with BMP1 is a bit weird. With BMP1, what you could maybe do is doing the boating, like sending it here and then trying to boat it around. So you can get spotted from around here, but it wouldn't be spotted from that much off glare actually, but only for a really short while. Or you could do boating. I still wish there would be a fast street up here on this map. I think that would make the map so much better. If there would be a road that you can get into the enemy here with, and maybe one more bridge, like maybe dead center, or over here and over here, so that you can play a bit more with that space. I also feel like there is a road in here from this side. I think there should be one up to here at least as well. That there is a bit of a slow path here is fine as well, but this is also usually really dead space. For the 1v1 map, it's fine. For the team game map, it's faster that the flanks are not at least utilized a slight bit more. Like that they are not supposed to be the main part of the map is fine. But yeah. Old design, the newer maps are better. And Brokami does get a point here. So job well done by Brokami. GGVP. Yeah, Mix90 with valiant effort here, but a bit outplayed there by Brokami's counter push and him just maybe not thinking into the right direction. His Akatsui got a lot of kills, and he did get a good couple of kills earlier before that as well. I think he was ahead actually, and then he just started to throw a lot of things in there. And yeah, the Malyutkas here, they were sacrificial lambs, so they were supposed to die like that. Oh, yeah, very good recovery from Brokami. And that's that, guys. My voice is starting to crack here. We're gonna cover a lot more WARNO League tomorrow, starting in the afternoon over with Alright. And then we also gonna cover more WARNO League on Sunday and have the Army General campaign at Sunday night. So a lot more WARNO coming your ways over the next 2 days, guys. So don't you worry. Sunday night, Army General, and yeah, afternoon. Couple more WARNO League games from the final games of the playoff. And we're gonna go into the playoff stage next week. So be excited for that, guys. And yeah, that said, let's see where we can send you. Slytherin is playing Battle Clans? I have no idea what that is. That looks interesting. High level RTS game. So it's a real-time game where you maybe don't quite know where your units are and stuff like that. That looks absolutely interesting. Have fun over at Dust Tactic with that. And yeah, see you all